home the same ways to meet this, and that is why.
You see guys, nilikuambia kwamba William Ruto ameingia pabaya. Raila Odinga's close allies, watu kama kina Gladys Wanga, washarealize kwamba ilikuwa ni game ya William Ruto ku make sure ana signal Raila Odinga ili aweze kuchomoa Edwin Sifuna in ODM party. Na nikakwambia iwapo Edwin Sifuna atachomoka ODM party itakuwa inazimika completely. Viongozi wengi wanaenda kuchomoka pale. Even wa Kenya tu wataacha kusupport hii ODM party. So now hii ilikuwa game ya William Samoei Arap Ruto, and that's why unaona watu kama kina Gladys Wanga erefuka tayari. Realize kwamba William Ruto anataka kuzima hii party ya ODM. Unaona watu wangu, ili wakati ambapo anadampu Raila, anamdampu na kuna venye Raila Odinga tena tajifix ndani ya serikali. Unaona watu wangu, because William Ruto ako tuna grudge na Raila Odinga, lakini ni kwa sababu Raila Odinga ako na usemi Kenya. That's why unaona William Ruto amekuwa karibu kabisa na yeye. Unaona watu wangu. So now, kabla tusikize Gladys Wanga and show my like, na nasema thanks kwa hiyo like yako. Rigathi Gachagua alikuwa amesema hii story. Kwamba Raila Odinga chungana nayo. And that's why unaona watu kama kina Gladys Wanga wameamua kuzungumza kwamba Edwin Sifuna ako right always. Na kuna siku itawetokea kwamba Edwin Sifuna resign ama kuwe kicked out from ODM party. Sikiza.
So I'll just say also my tribute, one or two things of our mama. And we who are women leaders in this country, but particularly the women leaders who have come up within Homa Bay and our region, we literally stand on the shoulders of Mama Phoebe Asio, literally. Because as you walk and campaign, you say that look at what Mama Phoebe Asio did for Karachuonyo. If you elect me as a woman here in Suba North, or here in Kabondo Kasipul, or here in Rangwe, or as governor, or as woman rep, I will do the same. And that is why our Senator Kajwang was talking about that closing of numbers within our county of Homa Bay. 6 versus 6. We are at 50-50. Exactly what Mama wanted for affirmative action. And apart from that, it is not just women. Women are also here. They are women of quality. And I think Senator alluded to that. Because, you know, when you start counting the women in Homa Bay, Honorable Dr. Ivo Bara, Honorable Dr. Bensouda, Honorable Senator Dr. Beatrice Ogola, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo. The least educated are the loudest, which is which is me and Millie, who have now been sent back to school. So we are reading as we speak. So we will be having Dr. Millie very soon and Dr. Wanga. Then when you come to the men, Moses Kajwang, Martino Wino, Adipo Kuome. I'm telling you, Peter Kaluma, I mean, if I were to add Edwin Sifuna, I mean, we are just passing here like this. So, that is how it's going. And therefore, we have been well held and well trained by Mama. And she didn't leave it just in the political realm. I think it was about 5 years ago that we were sending off Baba, Richard. And she taught us that as women leaders, we also had the responsibility, you know, to keep our houses, our homes, our families, and how to just, in the power that we could have from public office, still retain the humility to be wives and mothers within our homes, something that she perfected so well. And when she gave that tribute to Baba, I mean, it was a big challenge to many of us who are women in politics as to how to navigate a very complex area, you know. So when I came and I wanted to be the woman rep for Homa Bay, and I went to Mama Phoebe, my father was a politician, and many people know him or knew him. But my mother, very few people knew. And I relate to what Millie said about her mom. And when I went to see Mama Phoebe, because they had been in politics with my father, but she had gone on to know my mom, she told me, when I explained to her, you know, I'm daughter of Joanna Nyasuna, she told me, oh, you are the daughter of Grace. And that for me was profound. And so, I mean, I held it very, very close because very, very few people knew that the strong force also besides my father was my mom, who many people didn't know, didn't talk about. Later on, I was to run for governor, and she held my hand, and she spoke for me, and she vouched for me, and talked to the party structures, and said that we needed, and it was time to have a woman governor in the region. And when I won, she was not well then, because I think she was a bit unwell. But at my inauguration, despite how that is just usually so, crowded, she came. She came. Her voice was a little frail, but she came and she spoke some very, very profound words. She said, "We are very grateful that you have been elected governor. And I want to tell you, you're going to do great things and things that have never been seen for our people." And then she turned to the people and said, "Joturua asingonu, my people, I promise you." She made very few remarks. I think that was perhaps the last public function that she attended in Homa Bay. She promised the people of Homa Bay that we were going to do things that had never been done or seen within Homa Bay before. I think she was making a prophecy. And I can say that, we have tried to keep to that prophecy. And Homa Bay, is spoken about now. We say we are Homa Bay people, and Amadi, I can see you, we are Homa Bay people, and it's a great thing. And I am happy that we are able to make Mama proud for having stood by us and stood with us. And so we saw her last year in New York, in North Carolina. When we were in New York for CSW, we took time off with Rosa, Honorable Rosa Buyu, Honorable Ivo Bara, and went to North Carolina to see her. And she was very, very clear in her mind. And I wanted to be like that when I'm 90. I wanted to be able to just say, she was sitting there and introducing us to her pastor in North Carolina and saying, "This is Rosa Boyuk, MP for Kisumu West. This is Ivo Bara, MP for Kabondo Kasipul." Many people in their 30s, they call Obara's constituency, they call it Kasipul, Kabondo, I don't know, they confuse it. She wasn't confusing, she wasn't stuttering, she wasn't saying, no. She was very, very, very clear-minded, and I'm glad that we were able to spend time with her for her advice, and that she walked the journey, and so I think as women leaders, to make Mama proud, we must hold hands of more. We must bring on board more women into these positions. We were G7, we are still G7, but we are -1. Now we are not changing the name unless it's moving upwards. So we promised ourselves that we cannot be G6. We can only be G8, Sifuna, or G20. You said you are the he for she. So the only thing I was afraid you're saying about resignation, and now you are the champion for women. So I was wondering, now what is going to happen? But we want to go to G24. We want to have members of the National Assembly. We want to have MCAs elected. We want to take all these positions so that we make Mama proud where she is. But that doesn't just happen. We realize that it happened in the past for holding of hands, mentorship, platforms where every person can hold another 2, another 3, another 4. And me also, as the national chairwoman of the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party, I think it is my responsibility also to join hands with my SG to ensure that as many women as possible are elected. Honorable Mishimboko, I see you there. I think you didn't come just stand up and wave. Asante Sana, that's a child of the women's movement. Ametembea Sana. I want to finish at that because Pastor Misiani said at 1:45 he wanted to start preaching, and I think it's only 1 minute to 1:45. To 2, yeah. So it's only, in fact, I've saved just 1 minute, Pastor Misiani, so that you start at 1:45 to 2. Asanteni Sana, and God bless you, and I'd like to welcome you to come to Homa Bay. And I was forgetting to bring the greetings because I was given greetings of my party leader, Right Honorable Raila Molo Odinga, Mama Dr. Ida Odinga, His Excellency the President. His greetings had already been brought, but we want to thank them immensely because when we had a function for fundraising yesterday, they came through for us in a big way, and we also thank His Excellency because when Maendeleo ya Wanawake, Mama Zipora, wrote to him to make this funeral a state burial, he agreed to make it a state burial so that we send off our heroine in the manner that she deserves. God bless you. Asanteni na karibuni Wikondiek in Karachuonyo.
Well, thank you, Your Excellency. Allow me to pass a disclaimer that following what Governor has said, I am not Maurice Ochieng, I am Dr. Maurice Ochieng. Moving forward, please address me properly. We have in our midst one of the most decorated, highly disciplined soldiers in the Republic of Kenya, General Opande. Thank you, sir. Please stand up. Thank you, sir.